And now I want to turn, and please forgive me, I don't know exactly geographically if I've got this right here, but I'm going to turn to Jeff Farney. And Jeff, tell us about the Southwest Water Company.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Yes, Jeff Farney. I'm Vice President of Information Technology, Southwest Water Company. We are a U.S. only investor-owned utility. We're private equity. We are in 5 states: California, Texas, Alabama, South Carolina, and I'm forgetting Oregon. Thank you. And so you can see we're spread geographically from coast to coast. We are faced with hurricanes on the Gulf Coast and the Atlantic. We have earthquakes on the West Coast. So business continuity is huge for us. As the other panelists mentioned, our focus is on we're wastewater and water, so we're on water quality, environmental friendliness, sustainability, safety, but customer care, customer service. We want our customers to know and understand about their drinking water and what happens with their wastewater and how we're taking care of them. We do have a lot of pipes, as you might imagine, but we want the customer's experience with us to be a quick, seamless one. We know customers don't call us maybe to tell us that we're doing a great job. So if they have an issue, we want to make it easy for them to have that resolved. So that's a little bit about Southwest Water.
Well, thank you so much, Jeff. And Jeff, I'd be grateful if you could talk to us a little bit about what COVID-19 has done from a business perspective and business continuity with Southwest Water Company.
Yeah, sure, Chris. The short answer is it hasn't really had a significant effect, I would say. But clearly, beginning of March, when my CEO pulled me into a meeting and said, I think we're going to have everybody work remote in about 10 days, did impact some initiatives underway. Given that we're in 5 or 6 states, we have call centers in 4 states. So just to get them set up, working remote, did take some resources away from innovative projects. But I would say, I would use our example of we just went live with the Vertex One platform. What was that, Michelle? About a month ago, with the communication advantage. And boy, that's an example of, I think, innovative technology. Our customers now have a lot more self-service options. And that project was already a virtual setup anyway. So I think certainly, Chris, some of our capital investment probably has been delayed a little bit. But as our utility strategies, we're still moving with a capital program, both in field operations, water infrastructure, sewer infrastructure, and the technology in the background. So I don't think it's had a significant effect on innovation. Maybe just a different way of defining and deriving the solutions.
What are some of the things that as you look out into the future, as you look at data, which is something you mentioned, how are you going to use data to better optimize your customer experience for Southwest Water Company?
Yeah, Chris, interesting question. I also just want to recognize all the panels have made some wonderful points. But Ellie, your point about cloud computing investment, I think is spot on, because those of us in the utility business, especially maybe the private sector, George, I don't know if you're pressured like I am, but capital investment is a lot more popular than operational expense. And if cloud computing is OpEx, then you're kind of swimming upstream if you're trying to get funding for that. But we did so, and it turned out to be clairvoyant, because now with the pandemic, cloud computing is a much better model for the safety of our employees and customer service. But Chris, to segue over into data and analytics, we are very laser focused on that as something that we can bring to bear for our employees and our customers. And it might be even internal operations, like payment metrics for our customers. Um, yeah, I think several people mentioned understanding your disconnect process, and we, like others, have suspended disconnects. But what is that doing to the payments? And if you're going to forgive late fees, how do you do that in a fair and equitable manner? And without accurate data, you can't accomplish that. But what we would certainly like to, into the future, Chris, use data and analytics and data governance uh, to better service our customers and run our utility. We're looking at a balance of new technology, or maybe it's just simply data governance or the culture. I think it's less about technology than the culture, and maybe focusing on some quick wins, and as opposed to a gigantic investment into fancy tools and then we still haven't adjusted our culture. So those are some of the things we're looking at.